Union High School, we have JV basketball action for you this afternoon. It's Mill River taking on Bellows Falls. The Terriers in their traditional purple uniforms, Mill River in their home whites with the blue bottoms, and it should be a good JV basketball game for you. As the game progresses along and we'll get timeouts, we will read the rosters for both sides. But I can tell you right now that it's an afternoon start, which always is a good thing, I think, for the videographer. As we'll get set to go, you're going to see Mustafa, 22. Dammy Mustafa, he'll be jumping center against Dambrakis for Mill River. And Keith Page will toss the ball. He's one of the officials out there for today's JV basketball game. 8-minute quarters, overtime if necessary. And right now they're just getting things worked out at the scores table with the books and the clock. And we'll get set to go. And this might be a good time. No, he's going to get ready to rock and roll. And I believe what there is some question on that jersey number, and the book has to match with what's on the bench. And for Mill River, they're coached by Dean Weatherby. They have Matt Donor wears 00, Brian Coles 3, Kyle Lamoth wears number 4, Zachary Davis is number 11. One of the captains is number 12, Preston Kinney. Kyle Warner's 14. Cal DeRoche, coming off a big game his last time here at home, is number 22. Jamie Smith is 23. Another captain is 25, Dan Hammond. 44 is John Stewart. And Jesse Dambrakis is number 55. And on the flip side, we have Jason Wright, the head coach for Bellows Falls, this JV squad. They have CJ Hodson out there, number 11. Jared Dumont is 12. Chris Dawson is 14. Number 20 is Derek Smittitz. 21 is John Derby. Dammy Mustafa, 22. Pete Francis is number 31. Chaz Evans wears 33. Number 34 is Buster Salmon. And 44 is Luke Conway. And that's both teams' rosters. And again, question on the book and the numbers as players get set. They're restless to get the tip-off going. And it looks like Keith is all set. And again, we'll have the varsity basketball game also for you on tape delayed, and that's going to be controlled by Bellows Falls. So they'll get set to go here. And there, I'll brighten the picture up for one spot. And Mill River coming out playing zone defense, a 2-3 zone, and they want to go right down and attack inside. And it shot up, no good, ball tipped, and goes to the far corner. Mustafa will pick it up, drive baseline, kicks it out below the free throw line, up, and bounce won't go his way. Mustafa with another rebound, turns, fires, no. And this time Mill River, after giving up a couple good chances, will get the basketball. It'll come down to Lamoth, number 4. So Bellows Falls had a few good shots there to get the game started. We're 30 seconds into the contest, no score still. Smith with the basketball, and he's going to take it up, and no, he had a nice move to get the drive to the lane, but just couldn't get the finish on it. And here comes the push down, crossover dribble in the paint, up, and I think that was a partial block. It will come down to Mustafa. He'll step to the hole, kick it back out. The defense collapsed around him and got a whistle. Going to have a violation in the paint, 3-second violation, I believe, and that 21 that had the basketball was John Derby for Bellows Falls, and a whistle occurred, but it'll become Mill River basketball. We've got 52 seconds into the contest and looking for the first points on this afternoon. That's going to be Smith with the basketball. He'll come back to Lamoth. He'll work between circles. Very deliberate offense that Mill River runs out there. Preston Kinney being guarded by Mustafa, and he'll look for DeRoche. Now DeRoche has three-point range, very accurate. He's hit a bunch of three-pointers this year from out there, and they'll have to be aware of that on Bellows Falls. These teams have already played once this year. And Bellows Falls, of course, winning the varsity version of the game down in Bellows Falls. This ball coming to Dambrakis, who's getting the start today. That's going to be tipped and chased down by DeRoche, and he'll steal the ball back. Want to drive, lost the handle, and we've got a foul on the play. It's going to go against Mill River. That'll be the first foul of the contest. Comes with 6:23 to go in the first quarter of play. No shots, nobody's over the limit yet. We'll have side out. Bellows Falls, number 34 on that side is Salmon taking the ball out of bounds, and he's going to be joined by Derby. And it'll be Derby 21 that's going to run the point right now for the Terriers. And if you're just joining, they're in the purple uniforms. Fakes the three, goes inside, and they look for Mustafa. He'll step back, and nope. Weak side rebound will go off from the hands of number 34, Salmon, out of bounds, and the ball will belong to Mill River. And Jamie Smith in the back court with Cal DeRoche for Mill River. And again, almost 2 minutes into the game and still no score. One foul has been assessed to Mill River. As Lamoth popped free up top, and he's looking for something to happen down low, and that's pretty well guarded right now. playing a man-to-man defense, Bellows Falls is, and that's going to be foul on the drive, and this time there should be 2 foul shots coming up since he was fouled in the act of shooting, and Smith will go to the line, number 23 for the Minutemen. Now it's occurring with 5:50 to go in the first quarter, and that foul will be assessed to Smiditz, Derek Smiditz, number 20, his first foul and team's first foul. And that will be the game's first points. Makes it 1-0 Mill River. And he'll look to go 2 for 2 on this attempt here. And he'll do it. 2-0 the Minutemen, and now they'll have a press in the back court with the made basket. That's going to be DeRoja. They get up, knock the ball out of bounds. Now Conway will take the ball out of bounds for Bellows Falls. And Conway able to get the ball in. It's a good target to get the ball back to, and that wasn't tipped. It's going to become Mill River basketball, and that will be the press that caused the turnover. And they're going to go side out, I believe right where the ball went out to Coach Dean Weatherby, right in front of the Mill River bench. That'll be Preston Kinney, number 12, and he'll bring the ball into Cal DeRoja. One thing I can say if watching JV basketball at Mill River is they'll go through the bench. Everybody will get a lot of playing time. That ball was tipped, still makes it to its intended target, which was Preston Kinney. Now Lamont will go between the legs, pull it out, top of the arc, needs some help, finds Dan Brackus on the left side. DeRoja on the cut, up underneath, too strong, and ball will be chased down in this corner by Kinney. He'll come back to Smith. Lamont from just inside the free throw line will be short and ripped out of there. Nice job on the rebound by Conway. Bellows Falls in transition to the hole, and a foul will be called. As Derby had a good run going right there. That up-tempo, quick push down the floor, and ball will go out of bounds. That'll be the second foul on Mill River as a team. And there'll be Bellows Falls on the baseline with the basketball. Looking to bring it into play. And that's going to be tipped on the inbounds attempt. They're looking for Cutter to come down through the center paint, and Jamie Smith with the basketball. He'll get to the left elbow, get to the free throw line, come back to DeRoja. He'll put it up, and it'll be off the heel of the rim. Mustafa with the tip, gets it to his teammate, and here they come down the other end. Oh, good push down the floor. Up, and yes, he got it. Oh, it's almost straight up and down for Mustafa, but he'll get the basket. And that's just, again, good up-tempo, quick push down the floor. 4:40 to go. We're tied at 2 in the first quarter. Lamont with the basketball right now, and he'll come off that side of Dan Brackus. He'll hold it up top, and then he went to go down the baseline. There's going to be a whistle and a push called. And it looks like 22 will be Mustafa, called for the foul. That'll be, I believe, his first personal foul of the basketball game. It will be his first. And our first sub coming in will be for Mill River. It's going to be number 14, Kyle Warner. So Warner coming in for Preston Kinney for the Minutemen. It'll be Warner on the baseline. They're running that stack formation on the far side of the box. And all this happening with 4:30 to go in the first quarter. No problem getting the ball into play. And Lamoth will come off to Warner. He holds it up to the right elbow, brings it down to DeRoja. Body right out on him. Smith, fake left, went right, dribbled between the legs, and he's looking for some motion down inside the paint. Now they'll clear out this side for DeRoja, sent Lamont through. He'll set the screen. DeRoja fading away. Tough shot, won't go. Ball tipped up, and Dambrackas got the rebound and got fouled. And that will result in 2 free throws, and Jesse Dambrackas at the line. Trying to break the 2-2 tie here at the scores table for the Terriers will be number 14 coming in the basketball game, Chris Dawson. And that first shot's not going to happen. So Dawson, 14, coming in for Mustafa. That is his second personal foul. That's why he's leaving the game right now. And Dan Hammond, 25, coming in for Mill River. And Dan Brackus at the line, trying to salvage 1 of 2. We're still tied at 2, and that will change now. 3-2 the score, and after the made basket, Mill River will go to the press defense, and we'll have a timeout called by Bellows Falls. That'll be the first timeout taken by either side, and that happens with 4:09 to go. First quarter JV basketball action, 3-2. Mill River with the lead over Bellows Falls. And Luke Conway, 44, will take the ball out of bounds. You see DeRoja on the basketball. Defensively, Mill River setting up a press. I'm not sure if they called the timeout. Bellows Falls did to set up their counterattack here against the press. And they're going to get to the timeline, break into the front court, and good hustle by Donor to get back up and partially block. Hammond will go to the corner, and that's going to be knocked into the play. Nice save on this side. But it'll come back down to Mill River, and that's going to be DeRoja. Left side Donor, they'll give it off on that side. And Mill River, Cal DeRoja. Nope, that'll be out of bounds. Foul will go to Bellows Falls. And I believe, yeah, there will be a sub for Bellows Falls, and I want to see if he's going to be able to come in. Chaz Evans, 33, and yeah, they're going to allow him to come in. So Evans will come in 33. He'll replace 21, Derby. And this is a Bellows Falls switch right here on the buzzer. Now they'll get set to resume play. That's going to be Conway taking the ball out of bounds. And he had no problem bringing the ball into Salmon. And Salmon, see him in the trap, throws over the top, had it tipped, comes down. There's the pass off to Warner. He's going to go up underneath the defender, too hard off the glass, and the rebound. Taken out there by Conway. They had their chances. Now Salmon will bring the ball up, number 34. And he'll kill that dribble up high. And Evans won't get the bounce to go his way. And Smith with a nice box out down there for Mill River, ball front court. It's going to be Warner. Wanted to slide baseline. That was taken away. And DeRoja still looking for his touch. Will not happen there. And that's going to be chased down in the corner by Conway. He'll put it on the floor. And then long outlet pass up above. And then the lob, the catch, and the finish down the other end. Nice job. A couple long passes. And Bellows Falls will take the 4-3 lead with 2:52 to go in the first quarter. There hasn't been a lot of scoring, but there's certainly been a lot of action out on the court. And Donor will come back to Dan Hammond. He'll put the shot up, and again, long range, 1 and out. And the rebound comes down to Salmon, and they'll go to Smithis. And that's real close to being over and back at midcourt stripe. Smithis has it taken away, and it's going to be lined up by Cal DeRoja. Yes. It'll make it 5-4, and then a whistle. I'm just looking. Looks like he's going to stay with Bellows Falls. We're going to bring Derby back into the basketball game, and he'll replace Smithis, who's got a slight limp as he's coming out. And Mill River lining up a whole bunch of switches over there on the far sideline with 2:24 to go. And that's going to be turned, and Warner just took it right out of the hands of Derby. The DeRoja, that's blocked, and the follow-up by Warner. Conway got the block. Warner was right there to get the basket. And Hammond will get the steal, kicks, and gets it. So this press really causing trouble right now for Bellows Falls. And with a 9-4 game, Mill River will head to the sideline. It was a Bellows Falls timeout with 2:07 to go. It's 9-4, Mill River over Bellows Falls in JV basketball action. So it's the second timeout taken by Bellows Falls here in the first quarter. And again, Derby with the catch now. He'll get in the front court, and he'll tack the hole, and yes, nice job that time. Timeout well worth it right there as they're able to get the basket. After the timeout, go down the length of the floor, make it 9-6 now. Mill River with the lead, and that's Cole with the basketball, Brian Cole. He'll give it up on the side to Davis, and Hammond will go right up and leave it on the front of the rim. Ball will be tipped out. Hammond will have it again, and he's on the perimeter right now at the three-point arc, and he'll bring it back to Warner between circles, and he'll set the offense up now. There's the drive to the hole, the kick out. The defender will fly by. Davis will give the ball back on his side to Donor. Again, trying to weave it down inside below the free throw. That's blocked from behind and will be out of bounds. What it was Warner flying through that inline, grabbed the basketball, bouncing off from Bellows Falls. I believe Dawson touched it last. Now Smithis back in the basketball game, number 20 for the Terriers. If you're just joining us, Mill River JV basketball action's today's feature, and we have Mill River with the basketball with the white tops on, Bellows Falls in the purple. Dan Hammond up and still looking for that three-point range, and we got a foul on the rebounding action. It's going to be on Mill River. We'll just have to get the number. It's a push from behind, and Conway will take the ball out of bounds, number 44 for the Terriers. And that foul called on Zachary Davis, his first personal. And whoa, big collision, no whistle, ball picked up. They'll send it backward to Conway. Remember, they got 10 seconds to clear it, and that's Smithis with the basketball. And so I got all kinds of things they call. They're going to call it travel right there. And that ball will go side out over near the scorer's table on the far side here of the Dean Hunt Memorial Gym. And Zach Davis takes the ball out of bounds. He'll bring it into Brian Cole, and Cole crossing the logo right there. And midcourt comes off. Top to Warner. Warner had the ball slapped away, recovered it, and now he needs some help down in that far corner. And he's looking for somebody to cut to. He'll roll the ball off to Hammond with 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. 9-6, Mill River with the lead. Hammond keeping the ball up top. 45 seconds, 44, and boy, it's going to be just saved on that side. And They got a little sloppy with the ball. Warner turns, fires, has a tough shot. Rebound, Hammond, up and fouled. He got the offensive rebound, and Salmon fouled him on the putback, and Hammond will go to the line, and he'll be getting 2 shots now. And that was a very stale offensive play, and they ended up getting the offensive rebound, bailed him out, and will be at the line now for 2 shots. And 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. That foul on Salmon, his first. That's going to be the team's 4th. Mill River with 3 team fouls, and Hammond's shot will be a little bit off the mark. He'll step up here and try to increase that 3-point lead. He'll get 1 and 2 of that trip down. Conley will take the basketball out of bounds, and again the press has been effective, and that's going to be Cole on the ball. And Hammond with the steal. Yes, it was close, but he got it. And that's 6 points off the press, off the steal now. And Hammond over Derby, no call on the play, and there's going to be a foul called as Derby will get up off the floor. And it's only the 4th team foul. There should be no shots coming up, and Bellows Falls will take the ball out of bounds on the far side, right between the Mill River bench, the head coach right there, and the scorers table. And that'd be Smithers. They'll take the ball out of bounds. You'll have Derby 21 also out there. It's going to be Derby with the touch-up. Cole will come out to contest with 20 seconds to go, and Derby turns, comes by, gets to the free throw line, kicks the ball off, and got all kinds of action underneath the hoop, and it's going to be Bellows Falls. And the way the reaction of Chris Dawson, 14, I would have to guess it would be him just by his reaction. And it is. Each team with 4 team fouls. Now it's Donor number, well, 00 out there. He'll bring the ball into Cole, and just 13 seconds to go on the clock in the first quarter. 12-6 Mill River with the lead. To Hammond. Hammond with the clock running down. That's an off-balance shot, trying to use the glass. It's going to be picked up, and no shot will be attempted. Salmon got the basketball, but at the end of the first quarter played, it'll be 12-6 Mill River over Bellows Falls in JV basketball action. Here in the second quarter, it'll be Mill River basketball side out. That's going to be Hammond and Cole in the backcourt. And we're set to go. So with a 12-6 score, Mill River will get the first touch, and it's going to be Brian Cole in the backcourt. I'll go through the rosters again at some point. I'm sure there'll be a timeout or a foul here in the second quarter. And see Davis will come off. Donor wants to try a 3-ball, and that's not going to happen for him. And it's going to be taken out by Conway. He'll go to Smithers. Smithers will have room this time on the far side to bring it up and get it to half-court offense in motion here. And they have a new body out there, a lot of height to it. And that's going to be up and no good. Long shot, long rebound. Conway will chase it down. He wants to dump it down inside. Ball was tipped and real foul called. Pete Francis is 31. He's in the basketball game for Bellows Falls. And the first time Pete's been in a basketball game, so we'll go side out on that foul call to be the 6th team foul. So the next foul that Bellows Falls commits, unless it's a player control foul or an offensive foul, will send Mill River to the line for the 1-and-1. Hammond with the basketball will get it to Warner, made a nice catch, but defensively Conway right there in his face and couldn't really do much with it. Donor on the cycle, using the height, and really not a bad job defensively by Francis. The shot was no good. Smithers up front to Salmon. He will have the ball taken out of his hands, and he'll save it, and there's the catch by Francis. Wide open, got it. Boy, that was a good job of just locating the open man out there. As Hudson also out there, number 11 for Bellows Falls. Hammond for a long 3-pointer. Again, Mill River hasn't had a successful 3 yet today. Whether it was Hammond or DeRozier behind the play. Hudson with layup attempt, and boy, he looked to be out of bounds. And a couple great saves, I guess, and they'll bring it back, and Conway pushes the ball inside to Francis, and Bellows Falls down just 12-8. Salmon got a blocking foul on Hammond. That's going to be the 5th foul on Mill River. And Smithers will take the ball out of bounds on the baseline. And coming in for Mill River will be DeRozier 22, Lamont number 4, and Smith 23. And Bellows Falls with a good start here to the second quarter. We played a minute and a half. They've trimmed the lead to 4, and they've got the basketball. And Salmon and Francis, and you got push. I believe it was going to be on DeRozier. Yeah, 22, DeRozier with the push against Francis, and now each team with 16 fouls. So the next foul committed by either side here will be the bonus situation. And we'll have Conway come over and he'll take the ball out of bounds. Luke Conway, number 44. And Smithers, number 20, holding the ball up top. DeRoche on him. Mill River in that zone defense. That's Salmon with a lob down inside. Up and can't get the finish. The rebound will come back down. And this time Francis with the job of the offensive rebound, put that off the glass and in. And it's all of a sudden 12-10 now. Bellows falls down by just 2. And Lamoth's pass intended for Smith, and they're going to say stays down and in with Mill River. So Jamie Smith will take the ball out of bounds, and Smith will come over, and he'll be guarding the inbounds pass. Number 20 for the Terriers. See him playing the ball. And Lamoth go down to Donor. Donor fade away. Good defense. Real good defense right there by Francis. Up ahead to Smithis, and always looking for Hodson. Can't save it. Maybe one pass too many, but boy, again, they're getting down the floor now. Offensively in transition really well. And Lamoth will bring it into DeRoche, and 5:50 to go in the second quarter. Mill River looking for the first points of the second quarter. Smith, again from long range, it's one shot and out as Francis got it to Smithis, and Smithis works off the screen set by Salmon, and now Salmon will have the basketball, number 34. And he was looking for Hodson on the baseline. It wasn't tipped by anybody. It goes out of bounds, and it'll become Mill River basketball with 5:32 to go in the half. That'll be a 30-second Mill River timeout. 12-10, Minutemen over the Terriers in JV action. And Cal DeRoche, 22 with the basketball. Again, he's tried a couple of chances from outside, and he just hasn't found his rhythm yet. And Mill River as a team really relies on some three-point shots, and they're going to turn the ball over after they had called timeout. They'll come down and get rid of the basketball. So it'll be Conway into Smithis. See him pivoting, and that press in the first quarter created quite a few points off the turnover. And Francis will leave the gym, and he'll come back. Good effort, but the ball went out of bounds, and it'll be Mill River with the basketball. So each team coming out after that timeout and turning the basketball over and trying to settle down. So I say Mill River, though, as a team, they really do rely on somebody getting hot from the outside on the three-point shots, and right to this point, they don't have any made three-pointers. They've taken on quite a few of them with that result right there, and that's Hodson up ahead to Smithis, and a great pass, and the finish by Salmon. And we're tied at 12, so a 6-0 run right now by Bellows Falls. Remember, they trailed 12-6 at the end of the first quarter. They have scored 6 unanswered points here to take and tie the basketball game up. And Donor killed the dribble. Will come off to DeRoche. He fakes the three, pushes ball inside to Warner, and see if they play a little inside-outside. Now they tried to bring the pass back down, and just Conway, great defense. Salmon was fouled in the backcourt, and now it will be the 1-and-1, so Hodson should come down and get shots as he was fouled, and that's the 7th team foul against the Minutemen. And it will be the 17th foul, and Hodson will be at the line to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. That foul is on Lamoth, his first personal. So Bellows Falls looking to take the lead here. And also be their 7th on straight point. And that's going to be good. 13-12, Bellows Falls with the lead. And again, they're on a 7-0 run right now. This one will be up and make it an 8-0 run as they go 14-12. And Preston Kinney with the touch-up. He'll go back, and this will be Smith with the basketball. Smith will come off to Lamoth. Dan Brackus also back in the basketball game, 55 for Mill River. Smith drew the defense, kicked it off. Lamoth will pop and get it. Two-pointer for Lamoth. We're going to be tied at 14. And Smithis and Bellows Falls did a much better job in the second quarter against the press. Salmon up and got it. Salmon heating up here. And it should be 16-14 because the official clearly indicated that Lamoth's shot was a two-pointer, not a three-pointer. And here comes Salmon. Salmon will get to the elbow, has a ball knocked away, and Preston Kinney will pick up the loose basketball, give it off to his teammate Jamie Smith, and now Mill River will set up the top of the arc, give it to this right side. On the right elbow is Lamoth. That's Hodson there defensively for Bellows Falls. Preston Kinney between circles comes off to DeRoche. DeRoche wants to take Salmon, gets the defender in the air, passes up the shot, goes to Dan Brackus, and he'll go to the glass and get the bucket. That's going to be tipped by Smith, goes right back to Conway. He'll get it to Salmon into the front court. Salmon who's been a lot of the offense here for Bellows Falls in his second quarter, gets it down low, and Hodson off the glass and in. I know his scoreboard says 18-17, but I don't believe that is correct. It should be 18-16. And went back to Lamoth's outside shot. The official ran by the scores table and indicated clearly 2-point shot. That's DeRoja inside with an awkward looking shot, but it went for him. So until they change the scoreboard, I'll go with the scoreboard, which says 19-18 right now. Mill River, and it's been a very good offensive second quarter for both teams. Ball tip taken away. Smith with the basketball. 2:35 to go in a half, and Mill River looking to extend the lead here. And you can see Lamoth get the basketball down low, and that's going to be off from Preston Kinney. He'll chase it down, give it back to Lamoth. Kinney on his side of Dambrakis. They give it back to Lamoth. Lamoth nowhere to make the move as Hodson stayed with him defensively. Again, the second quarter's had a much better flow. This is another three-point attempt, and no good. Rebound tipped by Kinney out to Smith. They'll go inside, and he's going to count it. Dambrakis with the nice feed will lay it off the glass and in. And Jesse Dambrakis will be at the line trying to complete a three-point play. And at the scores table, Dan Hammond, 25 for Mill River, getting set to check in, and Chris Dawson, 14 for Bellows Falls. And Dambrakis' shot will be up and got it. Yeah, they corrected the score now. It's 18-18. And Lamoth will sit down, and Conway for Bellows Falls will take a seat. And Conway played very well there in that first half. And been a nice offensive second quarter. Bellows Falls with 12 points here in the second quarter, already doubling their output in the first quarter. It's going to be Hodson with the basketball, and Hodson will cross the timeline. No pressure on him at all, and they'll go to Salmon to Smittis. Smittis back to Salmon, and now they'll extend that 2-3 zone defense. They'll get it down to Francis. He wants to wheel to the basket, turns, fires, and won't happen. Ball on the floor, rebound picked up by Hammond. He had Dawson right there near him, and now Hammond will bring the basketball up for Mill River. Since he's been inserted in the ball game, he will waste no time in taking a shot from the outside, and DeRoja will get the rebound off the long shot. Hammond, there's the pass to, oh boy. Tell you what, Preston Kinney tacked the hoop and saw a great big swooping body of Francis coming at him. He pulled the shot down. He did get fouled and should be the 1-and-1. Yeah, it's the 7th foul. And they have the foul there. They go. They corrected it on the board. We'll go to Francis, his first personal. So each team with 17 fouls now, and that won't go. Nice rebound. Francis used that height, got up there and cleared out the glass because of the Smittis. Smittis will look to get the lead back. And that's going to be a fadeaway and no good. The scoreboard has it at 19-18, even though there was no made basket anywhere, but coming in for Bellows Falls now will be Derby, 21. So John Derby, number 21, back in the basketball game for Bellows Falls. We replace Hodson. Now Hodson off the bench did an excellent job of giving some valuable minutes to the Terriers. And this is Hammond. Smittis on him defensively. There's Preston Kinney with the catch, the layup, and too strong off the glass. And should be, yeah, it's going to be Terrier basketball. Dambrakis was last to touch it for Mill River. 61 seconds to go before halftime. And Francis will just bring the ball into play to Derby. Now, Mill River is showing a couple different looks defensively. They've gone with some different pressure in the backcourt that seem to be very effective. Now they've just picked up in that 2-3 zone, and Salmon's going to shoot over the top of it. No. Long rebound will come down to DeRoja, who's got a couple rebounds here in this first half of play. And 47 seconds to go, and he'll work the ball down to the free throw line, go off to Preston Kinney. And Kinney being guarded by Dawson. There's the up fake, and you don't even know where to get the shot off by Smith. He'll come over to the side to Cal DeRoja. And there's the cut. Preston Kinney takes the contact and got the foul. Yep. It was the ball fake. Got Francis up in the air, and that'll result in some more shots here for Mill River. And 2 shots. That's what I was waiting to see. So we're going to say it was in the act of shooting, and he'll get 2 free throws. That's the 8th team foul on Bellows Falls, and the second personal on Francis. And Kinney will be, nope, rattle it around, pop back out. We'll stay with the scoreboard. It says 19-18. Mill River with the lead. Preston Kinney's second shot from the free throw line will be up and gets it. And they'll go to 20-18, and a lot of time, 30 seconds left. And Derby will have a free pass to the front court, and Mill River again awaits him at the top of the arc. And they're able to get the ball down to Francis. Boy, and there's just going to be a foul on Dembrakis. It's just against a 2-3 zone, that's what you're really battling not to let happen. And let's get the ball at least 2, if not below the free throw line. And Francis got that at least a good 2 steps below the free throw line. So I'll stop the clock with 20 seconds and 2 shots coming up for Bellows Falls number 31, Pete Francis. Oh, they're going to change it to 1-1. Wow. Looked like he was in the act of shooting going up in the air, but they'll change it from 2 shots to a 1-1 now. And a little strong off the backboard. That was Hammond with the rebound. DeRoche with the basketball. 14 seconds on the clock. No shot clock, don't forget, in the state of Vermont. They can take this right down if they want. Hammond will back up, and that's Smithis with the good defense. DeRoche wants to make the move. Clock winding down, gets it to the baseline, reverses it, no good, and that's going to be the buzzer. And a good first half of basketball by both Mill River and Bellows Falls in this JV basketball game. We're going to have a 20-18 Mill River lead, and when we come back up from the fade, we'll have third quarter action. Falls with the first possession here of the second half of play, and that's Smithis with the basketball. Evans gave it up to him. This is Derby 21, and you see Mustafa back in the basketball game. He set out midway through the first quarter. He picked up his second personal foul, and since they kept the game relatively close or tied, they had the luxury of resting him. That'll tie the game up on the drive. We're going to be tied at 20-all, 7:42. This has got all the makings of a possible overtime game, and again, outside shot just not happening right now for Mill River. 20-20, 7:34 to go, third quarter. Bellows Falls with the basketball and a chance to take the lead. Mustafa will come back to Derby, and he's going to try a 3-ball, and that'll be off the mark. And a rebound will be on the floor, picked up and controlled by Evans, and boy, he kept it alive. Nice job getting it to Derby. And on the drive, going to foul. And it looks like Smith will get assessed the foul, number 23. And they're going to say on the floor. No, they're going to say shots coming up. So they're going to change it. They're going to say he was on the floor prior to the shot, and the ball will go out of bounds on the baseline to Bellows Falls. So Derby 21 will take the ball out. He's got Conway 44 out there, Mustafa 22, Evans 33, and Smithis number 20. That's the 5 Terriers on the floor. They'll duck inside the defense and get it. Oh, nice move to get the defender in the air and then get the shot. 22-20, Bellows Falls with the lead. It's a nice catch by Smith. He'll fake to the left, drive to the hole, get the ball off that wing at the baseline. I went to Preston Kinney. That's Kinney with the basketball. He's waiting for the cut. DeRoche up and tied it at 22. It's a pretty evenly matched teams to this point in the contest. At 22-all, 6:43 to go in the third quarter. There's been 1 foul called. That's been on Mill River here in this third quarter. Conway with the catch. Great pass to Mustafa and the finish. Conway really seeing the court well. Slid a little bounce pass down between 2 defenders, and Mustafa with a nice finish. And that's going to be DeRoche killing the dribble. We'll get it to Smith. He'll spin to the free throw line up, and that's a tough shot. Tough shot when he rolls to his left like that, all the way down to Evans, and he'll get the basket. The defense slow and rotating back that time, and it's 26-22. Bellows Falls with the lead. You're watching JV basketball action on Munger Vision. Mill River with the basketball taking on Bellows Falls. And each team's had runs, and each team's had the lead. And Donor will go up underneath, leave it short. Mustafa with the rebound. Looks to outlet to Derby, and Derby wants to get the tempo going. Derby all the way in and get a blocking foul called on. I believe it's going to be on Preston Kinney. 1, 2, and that is called. Kinney will get called for the foul. It'll be a blocking call. Dembrakis coming in, number 55 for Mill River. He'll replace Donor. Evans out of the basketball game, and Dumont, number 12, back in for Bellows Falls. Derby, strong and long, and got a clear out called. And it's going to be called on Mustafa. That'll be his 3rd personal foul. And it is, yeah, 3 on him, first on the team in this third quarter. And DeRoche will take the ball out of bounds and bring it into Lamoth. Lamoth with the 1 dribble and a touch will go back down to the trailer, which of course was DeRoche. DeRoche will find Lamoth on that side. Lamoth Looks for the cut, gets it to Smith. He'll let the defender go by, pulls the shot back down, fakes the shot there. Smith will be picked off on the screen. He wants to go back to Dambrakis, and Dambrakis' best job has been when he's been playing down low inside. And on the drive, DeRosa is no good on the pass, and it's going to, on the shot, I mean, the ball will come up to Derby. Derby will have the ball taken away. He actually moved to the left and left the ball there and all the way up. Whistle well before the shot. Now it'll be just ball side out. It'll be the second team foul on Bellows Falls. So both Mill River and Bellows Falls will have 2 team fouls. Oh, they're going to, wow. Because that whistle occurred way before the shot went up. But they're going to say 2 shots coming up for Jamie Smith, number 23 of Mill River. And the foul called on Derby, his first personal. So 26-22 Bellows Falls lead. Smith trying to trim it. Will get the first shot to go. Makes it 26-23. Hammond 25 and Warner number 14 coming to the basketball game for Mill River. They're going to play Slamoth and Kinney. And each team, each coach has gone to the bench pretty liberally here in this JV basketball game. And that'll make it 26-24. So he gets both free throws. Now DeRosa will pressure the inbounds pass. Conway. That's Smithis. We'll get him the ball. The trap never really got there in time, and that's going to be a high bounce. Warner able to take it away from Mustafa to Smith for the tie, and no, it won't happen. Conway had the ball knocked away, able to recover, gets it to Smithis, and Smithis going to be fouled by Smith. Now he hacked him pretty good coming around there. And that'll be the 3rd team foul, and it should just be side out to Bellows Falls. And that's what it is. Keith Page, one of the officials, with the spot. Yeah, close enough to call it midcourt. Coming in will be Brian Cole. Will come in for Jamie Smith. That's his 3rd personal foul. So 2 players in the ball game with 3 fouls. Smith for Mill River and Mustafa for Bellows Falls. That's Derby with the basketball. He'll go to Mustafa deep in the corner. See him check his feet, make sure he was in bounds where he was on the sideline there. 4:51 to go in the 3rd quarter. And when Conway brought the ball down, DeRosa able to get it to Hammond. Up ahead to DeRosa. Fakes and got it. Tell ya. Defense, good defense, creates great offensive chances just like that. And we're tied at 26. So each team has had the lead and got travel call. Yeah, took a big step and Dumont called for the travel. And that'll be DeRosa and Cole in the back court from Mill River. And it'll be DeRosa bringing the basketball up for the Minutemen. So I'd say each team's had the lead by at least 6 points, but they have not been able to hold on to it. That's going to be a long shot off the screen on the cut by Hammond. And Hammond will slow down the progress of Derby. He'll come back to Mustafa. He'll go up from the free throw line, and yes, it will go. Got a little nice friendly bounce there from the rim, and Bellows Falls will take the lead back 28-26. Cole to Hammond, and boy, that drop down help from Smiths almost created the steal. It's going to be interesting which way the call will go there. They're going to call it on Smiths and on the arm. So Smiths will pick up the foul. Salmon coming in, number 34, will replace Derby. This is a Bellows Falls change. And we will have Cole take the ball out on the baseline for Mill River. 3:52 to go. We have a late sub coming in, and I can't catch the number. It looks like Davis. Yeah, it is. It's Zach Davis, number 11. As Mill River run that stack play. Oh, and they're looking, yeah, they had nothing inside with Dambrakis. They had to come back up top to Warner, and Warner killed the dribble, will go to Hammond. And I believe the ball is actually intended for Cole. Hammond will have it up top between circles, goes off to Davis. Davis to Cole, and he was open for a second, pulled down the shot when Smith came out and pressured the basketball. Warner with it right now, and Warner for Mill River in a white jersey is taking on Bellows Falls in their traditional purple. 3:30 to go in this 3rd quarter. It's 28-26 Bellows Falls, and Hammond had the shot blocked. Smithis will pull down a loose ball, and Salmon and Mustafa, and the finish, no, Conway, foul. That's a good job of getting down the floor right there, as Conway will go to the line to shoot 2 for Bellows Falls. Again, each team, when they can get out of that half-court set and get down there in transition, really seem to be much more comfortable and much more productive. And that's going to be, no. They had a chance. It rattled around and popped back out. And it'll stay 28-26 Bellows Falls. 3:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. That one's going to be good. Now make it 29-26, 3-point lead now for the Terriers. As you can see, the ball being brought very cautiously by Cole. He'll go to Hammond, and he'll hold it out with Salmon on him defensively. He wants to penetrate and drive, cut off from the free throw line. He'll come off now, and Warner looks baseline. Nothing popped open. Gives the ball back this side to Davis. Davis waits for somebody to loop up around the top side, and it's going to be Cole. I'm not really sure why he didn't take the shot, but here comes Mustafa, and he will get it. Dambrakis in pursuit, couldn't quite get there. 2:47 to go in the third quarter. 31-26. Bellows Falls with a 5-point lead. You can see Hammond right now bring the ball back, get a count on his hip, and get the ball off to Warner before he traveled. Warner working against Conway to Davis. Not a lot of motion on that Mill River offense. He'll go up to the left hand and get fouled. And it looks like shots, 2 shots, Keith Page says. And Davis will be at the line with 2:22 to go in the third. Mill River down 5, 31-26. Remember, they had that run there where they, at one point, had the 12-6 lead. And that's going to be good. As Hodson, number 11, coming back in for Bellows Falls. He's going to replace Dumont, number 12. Donor, 00, coming in for Mill River. And I know there's another change. Oh, Lamoth, number 4, also in there. And the second shot will be short. Ball tipped around. Mustafa will grab it, hold it, and find Smithis now. And Smithis crosses the timeline where Lamoth will come up a little higher on the defense this time to pressure. I'm surprised Mill River hasn't gone back to the full court press that was so effective earlier in the ball game. Okay, what I gotta do now is fade down, change batteries. Battery change with Salmon got a basket on a fadeaway for Bellows Falls, makes it 33-27, a minute 44 to go in the third, and Lamoth with the basketball. He'll break into the front court. I see him cut to the right side. Again, man-to-man defense being played by Bellows Falls. And that's going to be up and in for Mill River, and they needed that, and that's going to be Mustafa with a great catch. Went up and got it across court, pass, foul. Preston Kinney will get called for the foul. And that's going to send Hodson to the line for a couple of free throws. That's going to be the, well, I'm waiting for the board to catch up. It's going to be the second on Kinney and the team's 5th. And Hodson get a second chance here. Try to salvage the second one, 33-29, 4-point Bellows Falls lead. Third quarter action, and that's going to be, no. Set on the rim, Donor with the rebound. He'll bring the ball down to Lamoth, and he'll cross the arc, get the ball off to Kinney. He'll fake the shot. Lamoth's going to take a 3-ball, and no. Again, they've really struggled with their outside shooting today, which is a big part of the offense for Mill River. And they're down by 4 with a minute 10 to go in the third quarter. You see Salmon wanting to penetrate, get it down low, and there might be a travel. Yeah, they did a good job of working the ball down in. But just that little stutter step causes the travel, and Preston Kinney will bring the ball into play to Lamoth as Lamoth. Brian Cohen, he'll try his luck out there, and that's going to be off the mark. Rebound Donor, up, and no. Tip was almost put in by Preston Kinney, and I believe foul be on Conway, and they're going to say in the act of shooting, and nope, foul on the baseline. That's what I was waiting to see. So Conway now with 3 fouls. And Mill River run that stack on the far side of the box. And they looked inside, nothing happened, and they had to release up top to Lamoth. 50 seconds to go before the break between the third and fourth quarter, and Lamoth loops it off to Davis. He'll give it up to the side, and Cole to Lamoth. Right? He's on the perimeter right now for Mill River. And Mustafa got the steal. He's on his way up and gets the finish. He got the steal and got the finish. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the lead now to 6 at 35-29. And will it be a turnover? Yes, it will. And Bellows Falls with a chance to put some distance between them and Mill River here with a mini run toward the end of the third quarter. They're up by 6 right now at 35-29. And that's Smithis with the basketball. Nice catch by Conway and a foul by Cole. Should be the 1-1, I believe. It's going to be the 7th team foul. Or the board has it as 6, but it should be the 7th, and see if they roll it over. And it is the 1-1. Okay. So Bellows fouls will be in the bonus situation for 16 seconds of the 3rd quarter, and then of course the rest of the 4th quarter. And Conway at the line for the Terriers. And that's Cole's first foul for Mill River. And a long rebound will kick off to the side, chased down by Donor. 14 seconds on the clock. Mill River's Lamoth with the basketball, number 4. Kinney looks for the cut, and again, they're just not getting the ball to the big men on the cut at the right time. They're late on the pass inside because when the big guys like Dambrakis and Donor flash through the paint, they're open for that split second. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that would have counted. Ball will come down. That will be the quarter, and Bellows falls with a 6-point lead, 35-29, heading into the 4th quarter play in JV basketball action. Yeah, it's going to be white basketball. So it'll be Mill River basketball here in what could be the final 8 minutes of this JV game. And they're bringing Kyle DeRoche, number 22, back in the basketball game for the Minutemen. And what they really do need is they're not hitting from the outside, and they do have some height down inside with Dambrakis and Donor, and they've got to either try to establish getting the ball down inside. They better hope to get hot from the outside. Talking about Mill River. This is Derby with the basketball, number 21, where Bellows falls. He'll bring it up. And that opening possession right there, the 4th quarter, Mill River turned the ball over, and really wasn't much to do with the defense. Well, look where Evans caught the ball down low. Looks to go to Mustafa, and he will control the ball, get it off, and there goes Francis up. Francis with the rebound. Francis up again, and no. Couple chances. Good action on the boards by Francis. And here comes Smith. Boy, he brought it down below the free throw line, and Dambrakis is going to step outside, and DeRoche, the smallest guy on the floor, will go inside and get the rebound. You had one of the taller guys up top, Dambrakis, take a jumper, and then DeRoche, one of the smaller guys, down inside as they reversed rolls, and he got the rebound. And this will be Warner taking the ball out of bounds, and Derby on the basketball, number 21. And again, on the cut, on the screen, they had Donor open, and they just hesitated to give him the ball. Warner pulled it backed out further, and there's Dambrakis up, fouled. So Dambrakis got the offensive rebound, and he got fouled, and I'm waiting to see if they're going to send him to the line. He should be getting 2 shots here. And it is, yeah, it's official. Because the official said it, it's going to be 2 shots coming up for just Dambrakis, and close enough to a minute played here. 7:03 to go in the 4th quarter. And 35-29, Bellows falls with the lead. Still 35-29. And Dambrakis on the 2nd attempt. We'll get it up and get this one. So it'll go 1-2 on that trip to the line, and that'll cut the lead to 5 at 35-30. And again, Mill River had very good success with the press early in the basketball game. We've yet to see it again since, I think, just early in the 2nd quarter. This is going to be Derby with the basketball. And nice catch by Mustafa. He came out to meet the pass, and on his drive, he'll get his own rebound, go up, and a little hard off the glass, off from the hands of Francis to DeRoche. DeRoche over midcourt. DeRoche to the elbow, comes back to the free throw line. We'll give the ball off to Warner. He'll set up, and he's got a 3. The first 3 of the game for Mill River will make it a 2-point contest at 35-33. And that's going to be saved by Mustafa as it went off from Francis's hands. Back to Derby now. Derby with the ball fake will penetrate, and he's going to the line for the 1-1. It's going to be DeRoche with the block called, and yeah, it's going to be the 8th team foul on Mill River, as John Stewart, 44, will come into the basketball game for Dambrakis for Mill River, and Derby at the line for Bellows falls. And yet this is the 1-1, I believe. I'm just waiting for the official. Yeah, 1-1, Keith said. 35-33, the Terriers with the lead after a very strong 3rd quarter play. And they'll get it off the back of the rim and just flattened out and dropped down through, pushes lead down to 36-33. And 6:21 to go in regulation. And Derby on his second shot. Gonna leave it short. Gets his own rebound. Goes right to the hole and got it. Derby, nobody put a body on him, and he got the rebound and took it right to the bucket. 38-33. So he made a three-point play a very unique way there. Donor turns, fades away. Oh, blocked by Bellows. Falls. Mustafa with the block, looking to get the finish, and the follow-up by Francis won't go. Ball on the floor, picked up by Warner. He'll slow down the tempo now and give the ball to DeRosa. He'll run the point. Smith. Nope, won't get it, and we're going to have a foul down below. On the rebounding action, somebody got a little aggressive, got the push. And you can see the call right there. And it's got to be foul shots because everybody's over the limit now. And I believe it's going to be Warner. Now, Kyle Warner, 14. He'll go to the line. He'll take the free throws for Mill River. Again, this is the JV game between Bellows Falls and Mill River. We'll have the varsity game at a later date for you, and that's going to be no good. And rims out, and Conway on the boards will come off the Derby. 5-point lead for the Terriers. They've got the ball, and the clock's on their side at 5.5 minutes to go. See Derby step toward the hole, and nice job of pushing his way in deeper, and they'll come back out to Smittis, and Smittis looks for Derby. Again, too easy a job of penetrating. Mustafa, no. Mustafa got it again. He's going to reverse and count it, Mustafa. Oh, what a pretty reversal. And again, he's been very active on the offensive glass and got the basket, got the foul. He's going to the line. Lead at 7 now, 40-33, Bellows Falls. And they're going to bring Salmon in, number 34. He's at the scores table. And yeah, he's going to be coming in for Derby, 21. And a foul was called on Stewart, 44, his first personal for Mill River. So Mustafa had to sit out a lot of the first half because he had the fouls, 2 fouls. Big difference here in this second half of play. And Smith will hand the ball off to DeRosa, 41-33, 8-point Bellows Falls lead. DeRosa trying to work off the screen set by Smith. Luckily they didn't call for a moving pick right there. And they'll come back to DeRosa with Salmon on him. And Salmon being very physical up top against much smaller DeRosa. Will come back to Donor. Donor to Warner. And again, the River big men all outside. And those jump shots aren't going and your big men are outside. That makes it for an easy 1-and-out situation like that right there. DeRosa got up there, tipped the ball, but Smittis will be able to get it. And they'll come back to Conway. His pass inside to Francis, and it should stay down and in with Bellows Falls, and it does. It'll be Conway taking the basketball. Luke Conway, 44, will take the ball out near the corner of the Dean Hunt Memorial Gym. And Smittis just came around and, able to tip it and save it and travel. What a job by Smittis, though, getting there and making the save on the basketball. And with 4:39 to go, there's a lot of time left to play, but whoever's got to try to find that hot streak like they had earlier in the game. And that was partially blocked, comes down, and Donor can't get the finish. Rebound, Salmon, he's trying to push it up ahead, and he does. Gets it to Smittis. Smittis looking for Conway. He'll chase it down, and they'll recycle now as they go back to Salmon. Salmon in a corner, and Conway will take the one dribble, dump it down inside to Francis. He will pivot, duck underneath, and got held. Boy, good job of down in the low post by Francis. And yeah, he should be going to the line. And if it's the 10th foul, it's 2 shots automatically. And the board, a little slow today in catching up. They had 9 before, and it's going to be Stewart who got called for his second personal foul. And that is the 10th team foul. So it's 2 shots the rest of the afternoon for Bellows Falls. And that one's a little strong. As Hammond and Lamoth come in for Mill River, they'll replace DeRosa and Warner. And Francis will be up with a second shot and get it. 42-33, and Mill River's had a lot of problems here getting some points on the board in this second half of play. Hammond. Again, they've really settled, though. They've become complacent offensively and really settled for just the outside shot. Stewart this time, no good, and it's going to be another 1-and-out, and he'll be taken over by Salmon, up ahead to Mustafa. And he'll bring the ball back to Conway with the touch. Smith has got the defender in the air, decides to take the shot. It's going to be off the mark. Donor with the rebound will get to Hammond. Hammond, not a hard push here. He'll slow it down, get the half-court set going. Bellows Falls, good job getting back in transition defense anyways. And this will be Donor way up top on the elbow. And, boy, again, Smith, no, that's going to nick the rim, come back out. We'll get a second chance, a third chance actually right here, as Hammond will have just 3:27 to go on the clock, but they'll reset the offense, and thank goodness, a Mill River timeout because they really didn't look in sync. And you see the play getting physical out there, and the officials taking control and talking to Smithis and Smith, and again, with just 3:23 to go, Bellows Falls lead is at 42-33. So we'll see what Mill River will come up with after that timeout. They'll get the ball into Lamothe, and then Stewart up top holding the basketball, number 44. He'll go back to Hammond, and he's looking baseline. They had a good job defensively there, making sure he didn't have a path to get to the baseline. See him slide. They didn't want to over-cheat or hedge that side because Lamothe was on the pick-and-roll play, and he stayed pretty much neutralized by the defense. Hammond on the drive will go up and got it. Nice job by Hammond. Now Mill River will go back to the press. That was effective in the first half. And Stewart's going to get a blocking foul, yep. And there'll be two shots coming up for Derby. And Derby will get up and be okay. And he'll be coming to the line now to shoot two. I'm not sure what Coach Weatherby's talking about, but something was brought to his attention. Looks like he pointed to a player's shoulder of all things, but Heath Page will talk to Bellows Falls. Well, whatever it is, they're going to be sending number 14, Chris Dawson, to the sideline. He's got a t-shirt on and underneath his jersey, and I'm not sure why they want him to roll up his sleeves, because there's some Mill River players out there with t-shirts on also. In any event, Derby's going to the line. He's going to get two shots. And one of the strangest things I've seen. Dawson's played throughout the game with his t-shirt on, but they're making him roll his sleeves up. So we'll get back to basketball now. 42-35, 43-35. That was Stewart's third foul for Mill River. And Dambrakis and Donor now are the front line for Mill River. And Derby will be good on both. And Lamothe will bring the ball up, number 4 now for Mill River. And he'll come off to Donor, and he'll get the ball out to Hammond, and Hammond will dribble out to the right elbow. And they don't need three-point shots right now. They didn't see baskets, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 points. Dambrakis with the catch will come back to Hammond. He'll work off the Donor screen. Good switch right there. Salmon there defensively. They'll slide the ball back to Lamothe, to Hammond, and he'll put it up, and that was just a tough shot. Off balance and way outside, and here comes Salmon. And the clock definitely on Bellows Falls' side with just 2:22 to go. And they can stretch the floor here, and almost with those 10 team fouls on the river, they can just play until they get fouled and get travel. Derby got into some heavy traffic, and he got called for the travel. And now Smith will come back, as they've had Lamar Smith and DeRoche take turns along with Cole at bringing the ball up. And well, he thought about it, but Hammond laying on the floor right now for Mill River. I'm not really sure what had happened. He got picked off on the screen, but he's up now. It was 5-on-4 for a while, like a power play in hockey, and Smith forces it up. No good. 1 and out, as Francis with the rebound will find Salmon. Less than 2 minutes to go in the basketball game, 1:54 to be exact, and Bellows Falls up by 9. And remember, they trailed by 6 at the end of the first quarter, 12-6, and travel. It was the right idea, and it was a nice move, but he did travel. And if he goes on to play college ball, that will not be a travel, but in high school ball, they'll usually always call that. Now Warner into the ball game, number 14 for Mill River. He will replace Lamothe. And there's the touch. The clock will start now with just 1:40 to go. As he'll come out to Hammond. Right now, what I really don't feel is the lack of urgency by Mill River, and That three-point shot missed. Smith will not get the roll, and it'll be Francis with the basketball. 2 chances wouldn't drop for the Minutemen, and now Derby with the ball, and just a minute 24 to go. His team up by 9, 44-35. Derby takes the bump, comes up top, Conway to Francis, and that's going to be partially blocked by Donor. And then staying in bounds will be Warner. He got close to the inline, but was able to tiptoe his way in, and Warner down to the front court. Kills the dribble and looks for some help. We'll come back to Donor. He'll launch it up for a 3-ball, and that's going to be off the glass. No good, and a foul. That will stop the clock with 56 seconds to go as Warner got the offensive rebound, got fouled, and if there was any act of shooting, he's going to be getting 2 free throws. DeRosia at the scorers table, number 22 for Mill River. He'll be checking in on the second shot. A foul called on Conway, his 4th. And no, that won't happen. Now DeRosia, I got to believe they're bringing in because he does have the ability to hit 3-point shots. And you got to be thinking, you're thinking Hammond, DeRosia, Smith, and Warner. And now Evans, 33, will come to the ball game for Derby. And also Dumont, number 12, for Bellows Falls. Okay, and we're all set for the second shot here by Warner, number 14. That's good. 44-35, should be 36, and then we got a foul called somewhere, and it's just a matter if it's on Smith. 2-3, yeah, it's going to be on Smith. 2 shots. And I just want to see it's going to be Smith coming down, number 20, and he'll be going to the line, and he'll have the 2 shots with 52 seconds to go in the basketball game. And that'll be the 4th foul on Smith, and Smith will be up, and nope. Smith on his second shot. Going to get the nice bounce drop through, and Donor will come into DeRosia. Now he'll turn and push the ball quickly up the court, and I mean quick, like a bolt of lightning. You get to Warner, to Hammond, and now they extend the defense. The last thing you want to do if your Bellows Falls is foul, because there's really no need to contest out there. 40 seconds to go, and that's going to be picked off by Donor to Warner. And that was Francis that brought the ball up, and that's why you have point guards right there. And they'll come back to DeRosia now. He's going to launch a 3, and he got it. DeRosia's first 3 with just 25 seconds to go, 45-38. And there's the foul by Smith, and that'll be his 5th, and he's fouled out of the basketball game. And that will bring in Brian Cole, and can't see the other number out there, but we're going to Smith is back at the line where he's just 1 of 2, and he'll be getting 2 shots again. And it'll be Dan Brackus coming in for Donor. That's who I couldn't see. That's 2. It's a 2-shot foul. Yeah, they got to wait till the second shot. Where Smith can leave, he's got 5 fouls, and they can substitute for him right now. They don't have to wait till the second shot. Now they say, what the heck, and they're going to bring Dan Brackus in. So they seem to have this sorted out now, and Smith is at the line waiting. We had 21 seconds to go and a 6-point lead. Okay, now they're up to date. And 2 shots for Smithis. Been a couple times in the game where they've kind of been lost out there, and that shot will be good. 46-39. And Smithis on the second one, got it. Warner will take the ball out, and he'll bring in DeRosia. And again, no need to follow him at all. And he'll just stop and try the 2-pointer. Blocked by Francis to Conway to Smithis, and he'll throw over the trap and get it off to Conway. 10 seconds to go in the basketball game, and Bellows Falls is going to win this JV game, and there's a travel call, but just 6 seconds left, and Hammond will be helped up off the floor, and Brian Cole, number 3, he'll be bringing the ball into play for the Minutemen. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, Hammond up, and no. So congratulations to Bellows Falls. They rally from a deficit and they catch up to Mill River and pass them. They'll win at 47-39. Get out there, support your student athletes. This was Jerry Munger bringing you this JV basketball game from Mill River Union High School.